Cool. Sorry, keep away.
Hello.
Is the microphone fast? And Julian, stay us off.
Trent, you've taken some impressive catches for New Zealand in your time. What were you thinking when you saw that final hit from Brathwaite coming towards you?
Yeah, pressure situation, I guess. Initially, I thought it was going to be quite a way inside the rope, but almost travelled for 6 in the end. But nice to snaffle it, and what a game! As simple as that, really.
Trent, perhaps just take us through the bowling performance and I guess the ebb and flow of that innings, because Brathwaite, I mean, it's pretty extraordinary stuff, but just how did you approach it, particularly towards the end, with some pretty tough times in the death bowling?
Yeah, well, to push to the start first, I reckon, came out and put a bit of pressure on them. Nice to get a couple of wickets early. It's always our focus, really, but the way Chris batted, he's done it many times, and a couple of drop catches, which were disappointing, but they were coming at us there for a stage, so it was great to see the bowlers come back in those middle periods and pull it back a little bit, and I thought we were in obviously a very good position, but for Carlos to come out and do that as cleanly as he did, pure hitting, I'm going to say it was pretty cool to watch, but great game, great for the tournament, and there's a good crowd out there as well, so it was good for them as well.
Trent at 245 for 9, bit of complacency crept in, or it was just Brathwaite was too good?
I think the death bowling is always a challenge. It's quite hard when you've got someone hitting it as cleanly as he was there. I don't think there's any complacency. I think there's a lot of credit due to Carlos, for Carlos to come out and do what he did and put a lot of pressure on us. It was pretty exceptional, but great 100. But to come that close and be on the right side of it is, of course, a very good feeling.
Trent, perhaps a reflection too, sitting in the dressing shed or in the dugout, and you got 2 wickets down in that first over. A thought on Kane's innings and I guess the support he had from Ross. How did that, I guess, ease tension? Yeah,
I thought it was classy, to be honest. It's what they've done many times for us, time and time again, and just to absorb the pressure there, especially Kane and backed up nicely with Ross. Kane got the rewards in terms of a big innings under his belt, but it was big for us to set that platform, get us that chance to push to a good score. I think the wicket probably wasn't as good as what we thought it was going to be, but 290 was pretty positive total in our opinion. So great game. You can't judge the wicket until both teams get on it, but 600 odd runs out there was pretty cool.
Trent, when you look back over the tournament as a whole, it's been a bit of a roller coaster when you think Bangladesh, South Africa, and today. Real heart-jerker to watch, I'm sure, for people back home. A, what's it like to play, and then B, what's it like? How do you feel when you sit here now, having come through that and you're unbeaten? Yeah, no, it's been special, to be honest. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster sitting there with the pads on at times, and then being under the pump there with the ball. It's what it's all about. It's awesome to be a part of it, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of proud Kiwis back home diving into their poached eggs, watching a result like that, and be pretty proud. So nice to be on the right side of it, of course, but it's nice to be put under pressure like that with both facets of the game there, and I'm sure that will give us a little bit of confidence moving hopefully deeper into the tournament.
Trent, congratulations.
Thanks.
A word on your own bowling, 4 for 30 today off 10, finally some wickets for you. You happy about that, and sort of did you change anything today, or was that just the way it came out?
Nah, I'm almost 30 now, so I'm getting on a bit, so I've played enough cricket to understand that it comes around when it comes around, I suppose. So I feel like I've been contributing to the rest of the group in terms of building pressure in certain ways, but of course nice to get a couple myself today, but I think the way that Lockie's been coming in with the middle there, bowling a lot of speed, a lot of pace, and doing what he's been doing, it's been awesome to watch. So nice for the bowling unit to stick there together and get the job done just.
Trent, when as a team you've had the kind of over that the 48th over was, it throws everything into disarray. What's the best practice to keep it in check? What did you guys do to have your minds clear, and what was the plan for that 49th over?
Sorry, what are we talking about? Death bowling?
Yeah, the 48th over where, like 3 sixes are hit and all of a sudden you are, from a winning position, you are actually looking at,
Yep, I get it. Yeah, big ground. I think if we could take it to the other end and make him hit big shots into the bigger side was probably the simple message. Vanish to come in, just bowl one over there, and under a bit of a pressure cooker, I thought he did very well. He took pace off the ball, and yeah, I thought Carlos was going to tap one and then look to take 5 off the last over, but yeah, look for the big one. But yeah, no, great game. I'm sure he'll be hurting, but no, I think a lot of credit's due to him, and yeah, for getting them in a pretty good position.
What did he tell you? What did Carlos tell you at the end? It seemed like he was like, did it have to be you or something?
I can't remember. No, I don't know. I don't think he said that.
Yeah, more along the same lines actually, Trent, just the fact you had that almost leadership group there and those final throws, just are you able to divulge anything that you mentioned there? It says what advice you were giving each other, and I guess with
I think in these tournaments you're obviously doing a lot of talking, a lot of ideas are being bounced around, and guys that play at certain grounds and have different ideas, of course. So yeah, in my opinion, it's nice to keep it very clear and practice what you preach in terms of what you've been training. And I think Matt's been training Yorkers very well, and he looked to go into the wicket there a little bit more. So he just bounced ideas around like that. But yeah, I think the clearer you are, it seems to be a little bit easier. And I think Nish was very clear, and he got the result done. And yeah, that was good.
Who was going to bowl the last over if it went to the 50th?
I don't know. It wasn't me. That's all I know.
Anyone else? Set to finish off.
There was like for long periods there were partnerships and then wickets fell in clutches for both sides. What was it about the conditions today, or was it just one of those things?
I think one of those things. Yeah, like I said, the wicket was not as good as what we thought, I think. But yeah, maybe one of those grounds where wickets do fall in clumps. But we thought that if we put a lot of pressure on them, expose the one wicket, then hopefully that we could get kind of 1 or 2 in a group there. And it worked nicely in the middle overs, but they absorbed a lot of pressure that we put on them for those kind of late 30 overs, early 40s, and it shows you if you take it deep, you can put your side in a very good position. So yeah, great game, came down to the wire, and brilliant to be on the right side.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks, Trent.
Thanks, guys.